It's a great way of broadening people's horizons and experiences by getting a chance to see how other people lived, whether it's in different countries or in different time periods. It's an expansion of that. It's a way of learning history and learning from history eventually.
Fighting full harness, putting on shows, getting beaten up by kids.
During the day, it's teaching history by stealth.
It's not just guys dressing up for whatever it is, because we are doing something for the public. We are trying to get across what combat was like, what living the life was like in a certain period of time. Because Hollywood cannot get it right. They do not have. They're trying to entertain people, where at the same time we are entertaining and educating.
Folks say that it's just grown men dressing up and in costumes and stuff, but for me, yeah, we dress up in costumes, yeah, we pretend to be warriors and stuff, but that's the fun of it. Obviously this is the closest we'll ever get to being a warrior from the medieval times, so why not do it? Keep history alive.
Okay. We're often told that we're just grown-up men who didn't get out of playing Dead Man's Fall, basically, and playing as kids. And they're right, there's a huge element of that. Because you're taught as a kid nowadays, unless you join the army, fighting's just for idiots in pubs. But here is quite controlled, and you can actually have fun. But there's a kid inside everybody, and this gives you a chance to show it. Remember, there's many different people here from different walks of life who are interested in different aspects of what we do. You know, you've seen some of the girls, they love to work with their craft work, fortune telling, traders, you get guys who want to fight, and you get guys who want to make chainmail. So everybody's got a niche, it's just if you like your history.
The point of doing Living History is to bring it to the front in the public. It's much easier for people to understand what things were for, what things did, when they can actually see and feel it and hold it in their hands.
Right weight, more or less, it could be heavier or lighter, depends on the metal. We don't have the same sort of standards we have.
The important thing about keeping history alive is it's like you can read about it in a book, or you can come to an event and see people living the life, what they'd be doing, guys mailing, guys making like fletch and arrows, guys fighting with swords, people like fortune telling, all the things that would have happened back in those periods. And it's a lot better than just reading it in a book or watching it on TV.
The education is important, because if we don't educate people, we're going to lose our heritage and our history. It's why we do all this a lot of the time as well, is the fact that there's a lot of misconceptions about things that have happened in the past in regards to weapons and armour and how things were done, and books can't get it across correctly, and Hollywood and films just, they don't want to get it across correctly, so it's down to us to make sure people know what it was like.
That's the best answer I've ever heard, boys! What we do is, we take the chainmail and we put it into our bag.
Well, as I say to everyone, it's re-enactment. It's not we're going out there to kill each other. The audience come here and they expect a show, and really we're here to put it on. And the better show we can put on during the course of the day, the more they'll stay for the bit at the end where we all have fun just for ourselves and we go in and fight each other properly.
Yeah, for me, like putting on a show, it's a total spectacle. It's a show for me of standing there doing moves, getting all the kids happy, they're loving it, just loads of noise, shouting, kicking, punching, everything, but completely safe, so you know you won't actually get hurt.
There's a huge show aspect to all this. It's nice to show off every now and again. I know myself, I've done a lot of skills out with re-enactment that can be shown to people so this is my way of being able to show people what I'm capable of.
Actors could do that. They could be paid quite a bit to do that. But voluntary are people who really want to do it. So they'll put their heart and soul into doing it well, instead of an actor who's just only doing it for pay.
You get all sorts of different experiences out of the reenactment, from talking to individuals. I mentioned about the children before, but probably the one that myself and a few of the others will remember for years is getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 2 mornings in a row in the middle of November to go and do filming for the Battle of Bannockburn, when they were filming the film that's now being shown in the Bannockburn Heritage Centre. It was cold, it was wet, it was boring, it was dirty, but it was great fun.
That is probably half the fun, because it was a bunch of guys getting dressed up, hitting each other with sticks and swords and enjoying themselves. And then after it, when the public's gone, it's a big friendship thing, because everybody goes out, has a couple of drinks, they'll have food together, and it's a big friendship thing. There's folk from all over the country here.
It is fun for kids. Sometimes it's not so fun for us, but we do it just because it's for the kids, and because we like doing shows for people and for children. That's why we do it.
Like, the hook for me would be originally how it was going to be, oh, you can go live your life like someone in the medieval period. And to start off with, you're thinking, why would I want to do that? I can just play computer games. And then like you go along to like a training session, think, oh, see how good it is, blah blah blah, it might be alright. You go and instantly fell in love. And then you got your first gig, even better, you've got all the tents up, you're sitting about, having a good time around the fire. Just great fun, good social, good fighting, good living history, good everything.
There is, of course, the social events after the day is done, once the public go away, because generally, because we fight with swords and we're dealing with the public, there's no alcohol until the public start to drift away, usually about 5 o'clock at night. So you won't find us down the beer tent before then, but after that you've a hard job getting us out, and certainly most reenactors know how to party. The great social event afterwards. It's usually a very good weekend.
Reenactment is really easy to pick up. You've just got to be there at the events and just ask questions.
Started after I went to Bannockburn and saw a show at Bannockburn. It was one of the bigger reenactments there. We went to it, saw it. Saw these guys standing and sheltering, watching, getting chased down by horses, and I thought, next year I'll be in the middle of that. And the next year I was in the middle of that. Most terrifying experience ever.
I got started because I turned up to an Arbroath event and asked that fatal question, how to get into all this.
And what was the answer?
Go speak to Charlene, she'll sign you up and then come along to one of the meetings.
So it had been a heavy night in the drink, woke up in Aviemore, and somebody handed me a plaid, a shirt, a waistcoat, a sword, a hat and a shield and a pair of shoes, and I went, I'm not taking part. However, after I walked through the town in a very brief 3 moves, I was hooked, and that was me ever since.
Sorry.
Excuse me. And by the way, I don't care what anyone else says in this documentary, but I am the best looking and the fittest, greatest fighter in the whole of Scotland.